I thought it was very physical out there today. The only work you guys got to see was the first day when we're just in helmets. The last 3 days that we've got after it, last Saturday, 48 hours ago on Thursday when we went about 100 snaps, and today I thought it was very physical football, and that's pleasing to us as a program and pleasing to us as a staff. Certainly both sides of the ball were handcuffed a little bit, the offense a little bit more by design as far as what they were allowed to do today. As spring balls usually go, it's cyclical, and the defense was due for a better day, and they responded. That was exciting as well. Was disappointed in the turnovers that took place at the end of the first half. Other than that, I think we finished up spring ball very well. I told the team before that I wanted to see good on both sides. That's what I wanted to see. I mean, both sides are executing, and just because an offense doesn't make a play doesn't mean they played bad on that play. That's what I wanted to see. I want to see that the defense made a good play or the offense made a good play. And I didn't think those interceptions were all that way. I didn't think those were all just great defensive plays. I think the offense hurt themselves in that regard. I shouldn't let those turnovers completely influence me, but they didn't show up like they have in probably the last 4 to 6 practices. I think Jared and Steele are clearly ahead of Sam just because of age and experience, but she's a race. And I'm not going to say Sam's out of it, and we'll just continue to groom him because a lot changes when you get to August. There's a difference in the sense of urgency. Even though at every position guys are competing, there's something inside that knows you're not playing until September 1 that affects certain things. And when we get started in August, we'll see who wants to perform, and timetable, I don't know. We'll just see when I know we got a one, I'll tell you. The one thing that he's really showed us is if he can leverage a defensive player with his long arms, his long levers, he catches the ball well enough. He can make football plays for us. He does not have the athleticism that a number of our other receivers do. He's not going to create a lot of separation. So we got to create that separation for him, and he's got to do it by leveraging bodies off of him. And he has proven to us in about the last 5 practices that we think he can be a contributing player for us. Yeah, I think Josh had probably his most productive day of the spring, which is good to see. And if you remember, he was out, if not most of it, all of it last spring because he sprained his ankle on spring break. Those 3 freshman receivers, Ekby, Bundridge, and Daniels, will all be seeing playing time next fall. They're all good targets to find. That group has really progressed under Todd's leadership and under just the development of the program by getting them in here and getting more numbers. Jeremiah, if we don't have awards in the spring. If we did, I would probably vote Jeremiah George our most improved defensive player for sure, if not our most improved player. I thought, I told him in the Yankees locker room after the loss to Rutgers that every one of them has to respond like we want to be coached. I thought Jeremiah really did that. I mean, I thought he hung on every word that Wally gave him. I tend to jump in with some of those guys and try to coach him too, and it showed for him. He's always been physical. He's always been able to run, but if you're not running in the right direction or breaking down at the right time or have your eyes in the right location like we spoke of on Tuesday, you don't show up as much, and he showed up in reference to what you're talking about. I thought we had more pressure in the pocket than we had the last couple scrimmages this spring. I saw David coming down the line fast, and I commented to him out there in the field on the zone read plays where they either have a responsibility of immediately chasing the ball carrier or playing the quarterback first and then trying to get to the ball carrier. And I know he made a number of tackles, as did Ronnie Nelson, for 2-yard gains on plays like that, which you have to do if you're going to play good run defense. Corey Morrissey and Nick Crone are blue-collar guys, and they're going to end up playing a number of snaps for our football team in a successful way over the next 3 or 4 years.